welcome we had in the schools was like royalty. We were just treated, I felt like we were part of the royal family. They treated us like they'd seen us on telly thousands of times, and when we got to the schools they did loads of dances and they put on services and shows, and one of the schools we went to we had a full service and the whole village was there. What I'd done to somebody else, I'd say it is vital that they did not just go into India but experience a completely different culture, because I think that it's really important to be able to understand other different ways of the world and also take in, especially because we live in a multicultural society, so I think it's really important that we appreciate everybody else's instead of just expecting them to turn to us.
Well, I think I've changed in how I view things. Like, I'll appreciate my food a lot more, I appreciate my school a lot more, I try to bring homework on time more often now because it's worth it going to school.
My most memorable experiences was probably the houseboat, because that was a good experience, just relaxing for hours, just cruising through the ocean. Also, the elephant rides, quite kind of fun as well. After coming back, I feel, I look at things, I don't take things for granted as much. I still do a little bit, but not as much.
We were asked to play a football match, and when we got to the football field, we were in our combats, like combat shorts and our plimsolls and our t-shirts, and on the other side of the pitch was all their team, and they were like state players for India, and they were all in their football kits and their football boots, and we were just laughing because it was so funny because they were taking advantage of like what we were wearing. And the game started and we scored first. I think it was Joe Hedges scored for us, and like literally thousands of people were around the pitch, and when we scored they all went mental, and we won the first half 2-1. It became 3-2 at the end, and after they won, everyone ran onto the pitch and started lifting people up and screaming and shaking people's hands. It was amazing. It was the orphanage. That was probably the most memorable thing, when we went to the orphanage and we gave them presents, and for our presents we had to give like little speeches on what we were doing, like what we were studying, the IB, and once we did all that they gave us like little roses. They came up like independently and gave us roses, and we had a meal with them and we played football with them as well, and that was quite amazing, yeah.
When we were welcomed, I felt it was really emotional because all the children were so nice and the people were really nice, and it was totally unexpected. I didn't think we would be that much. We were like celebrities there. It was just totally different.
I mean, I love curry, the food in India. I mean, I love it, to be honest, but I think we needed a bit more variety because we had like curry every single day for like breakfast, lunch and dinner. But the coconut, I found coconut milk quite nice, to be honest. I mean, everyone else thought it was a bit sour, but I actually enjoyed it a lot.
I sang near enough lead role of You Never Walk Alone, and a group effort with Let It Be, and it was amazing singing You Never Walk Alone because we brought the pride of Liverpool to India, which I thought was amazing, especially after they'd shown us their culture, which really was amazing. And with Let It Be, with the Beatles, basically brought the culture of Liverpool to India, and the same with You Never Walk Alone, so I thought it really went well, so I thought that was brilliant.
Contrast to England, like everywhere you looked there was just trees and plants and wildlife, and it was amazing. It was like being in a postcard. I managed to raise 180, which made the trip a lot better for me, because when I went to the orphanage I could see what my money was getting used for, and that like £180 was clothing, feeding, giving them education for like a year, and it's not that much over a year, but to them it was an amazing amount.
The kids, we played head, shoulders, knees and toes with them. They really enjoyed it actually. We got through the whole lot. We tried to do things like Simon Says with them. I mean, they didn't fully understand Simon Says, so we kind of dropped it and went back to hitting the head, shoulders, knees and toes. Pretty straightforward, so we have fun.
Obviously before like we went and we started the trip, there was I had thoughts in my mind, and like I had an image of what I thought it'd be like, and as soon as you get there, like as soon as you step off the plane, it's completely different to anything you've ever experienced before.
Well, their culture of music's completely different to what ours is, and they're very engaged in their music, the movements, the colours that they use, very vibrant colours in their clothes. The message that conveys as well is a lot different to what ours is.
The trip has changed me in many ways. One way I say is it's made me more aware of all the privileges we have living in England, and all the stuff that we have that are really absolute luxuries to us, as in comparison people in India live so humbly and happily with almost next to nothing.